Welcome to virtual WaterWeek 2020. As are many things today, this is a bit unique way to celebrate, the critical needs for clean water in the United States and around the world. It hasn't become any more apparent to anybody than right now in terms of the idea that you have to be washing your hands frequently, and that many people are restricted to their homes and obviously need access to clean drinking water there. We're very concerned, and in the first bill, we attempted, myself and Frank Pallone, we have some shared jurisdiction over these issues. I have wastewater, he has drinking water, he chairs energy and commerce, that we get some program like what's called the Low Income Heating Assistance Program to cover water utilities. But unfortunately, the Republicans refused to include that in the package, but we haven't given up. We're working on something called CARES 2, and we hope to get something in there. We did get in the small business relief package the authority that their loan funds would be used to, and to be required to be used to pay their employees, pay their utility bills, and pay their rent or mortgage. So that way we're keeping a whole bunch of folks intact, including utilities. It came to me very early on, one of my first calls with one of I've called through all my 7 counties, and have had all public officials and health officials on. And in one county that has an incredibly advanced wastewater system, something that actually was funded under the Obama Recovery Act, their revenues have fallen by 60% because the major part of their revenues came from 2 major industrial plants, both of which are shuttered because they couldn't observe social distancing. The conditions were unsafe. So I know many utilities right now are distressed. They're seeing a major reduction in revenues, and we're hopeful we can do something directly to utilities also in future legislation. We're going through a regular order on certain things. I intend to keep up the great tradition that my colleague Bill Schuster started, I think 7 years ago, to do a water resources development bill in regular order every 2 years. We have put out a request to all the members, the representatives, that they submit their requests for projects to the committee by the 1st of May, and projects are coming in. Projects are coming in way beyond, obviously, the resources and needs of the Corps. The Corps needs additional funds. They've got a $40 billion critical infrastructure backlog, and it's something I'm working on. I did have some success in the first CARES bill, getting them additional money for harbor maintenance, and I'll continue to plug away there. And then the waters of the U.S. As you all know, the Trump administration has put the waters of the U.S. under attack. When questioning the administrator in a hearing, I think it was last fall, how many tributary streams would be exempt, how many river miles, what would be exempt? He said, well, we don't have those figures. We don't have those figures. We don't have those figures. Well, we think about 80% would be exempt. This would take us back to the good old days, the 1960s, when everybody dumped their crap out the back door of the industry. Rivers burned and were severely polluted. For them to promulgate a rule when they have the slightest idea of an impact, they say, well, we don't have a way to calculate it. Well, actually, yeah, you do. You've got all that documentation. It was developed before the Trump administration. So we're fighting back on waters of the U.S. And Frank Pallone, again, and I have partnered just now. He's, again, chair of Energy and Commerce, to push back on EPA, which wants to use any excuse to allow polluters to pollute, and is saying on an emergency basis they want to spend a whole host of environmental laws relating to clean water, clean air. So not the happiest news for virtual week, celebrating the essential nature of water. But I'm with you guys and women, and let's go forward, continue to provide vital services, continue to fight what we need for a clean water future. Have a good virtual conference.